Welcome. We've got some thrilling Arsenal news lined up for you, so stay tuned until the end to catch all the latest updates. And don't forget to leave 300 likes to keep us motivated in bringing you the latest Arsenal updates. Noni Madueke, Chelsea are a proper top team, says EX Blues lad after Gunners' Bayern bash. Fresh off netting his maiden Arsenal goal in that cracking 3-1 Champions League thumping of Bayern Munich under the Emirates lights, former Chelsea winger Noni Madueke couldn't resist a cheeky nod to his old stomping grounds. The England speedster, who's been sidelined by a nagging injury in his debut North London season, has clearly taken a shine to the Gunners' setup, dubbing their culture the bee's knees and reveling in their 6-point lead at the Premier League summit. With the Blues nipping at their heels in second, the stage is set for a right proper showdown at Stamford Bridge this Sunday, first versus second and all that jazz. Chatting to TNT Sports post-match, Madueke was all gracious about facing his ex-mates, calling Chelsea a top team and tipping it to be a belter of a scrap. We'll have to wait and see, it's first vs second, but they are a top team, we have a top team, so it will be a good game, God willing we get the result we want. Over at Cobham, Enzo Maresca's lot are buzzing with the likes of Pedro Neto firing on all cylinders, Alejandro Garnacho settling in sharpish, and a potential Cole Palmer return from his toe knock, not to mention young Estevao Willian's stunning strike in their own Euro romp against Barca. If the banter's anything to go by, Madueke scarpered just in time to dodge a minute's battle with the Brazilian whiz-kid, but his words smack of respect rather than rivalry, though you can bet the away end will be chanting otherwise come kickoff. Vincent Kompany'S speaks out about Arsenal stun Bayern Munich 3-1 at the Emirates as Bayern's unbeaten run comes to a crashing halt. Arsenal delivered a statement performance under the Emirates floodlights on Wednesday night, brushing aside Bayern Munich 3-1 and inflicting the Bavarians' first defeat of the season. Mikel Arteta's side, themselves previously unbeaten in the Champions League, reminded everyone why North London is once again a place visiting teams dread. The opening 20 minutes were a cagey, midfield scrap with precious little goalmouth action, the sort of fare that has punters checking their watches. Then, on the half-hour, Arsenal struck from a corner. Bukayo Saka whipped in a wicked delivery and Jurrien Timber rose highest to power a header beyond Manuel Neuer, who got nowhere near it. Bayern's bench half-heartedly appealed for a foul, but the goal stood. Bayern needed only 2 minutes to reply. Joshua Kimmich, fresh from injury, launched a pinpoint 40-yard diagonal. Serge Gnabry took one touch and squared it for 17-year-old Lennart Karl to smash home on his weaker foot. The youngster's first senior goal in the competition sent the travelling fans into raptures and briefly tilted the tie back in Bayern's favour. Arteta's half-time team talk clearly lit a fire. Arsenal emerged for the second half with far greater intensity, pinning Bayern back and peppering Neuer's goal, particularly from set pieces. Mikel Merino curled a header inches wide, while Neuer produced a stunning point-blank save from a towering Mosquera effort. The breakthrough arrived in the 70th minute. Dayot Upamecano dwelled on the ball far too long, Declan Rice nipped in, fed Eberechi ease, and the move ended with Ricardo Calafiori floating a delicious cross for Noni Madueke to thunder home a header from 6 yards, his maiden Champions League goal in Arsenal colours. 5 minutes later the Emirates erupted again. Gabriel Martinelli picked off a loose pass in midfield, exchanged a quick 1-2, and then produced an outrageous lobbed finish over the stranded Neuer into the empty net. Speaking after the match, Bayern boss Vincent Kompany was full of praise for the Brazilian. Martinelli was unplayable tonight. His pace, his hunger to win the ball back, and that finish, pure world-class. We simply couldn't handle him and it cost us dearly. Standout performer Lennart Karl earned a well-deserved 7 rating and the Man of the Match award, while Harry Kane and the error-prone Upamecano limped away with a miserable 4 apiece. The result keeps Bayern's hopes of reaching the knockout stage very much alive, but it serves notice that Arsenal are genuine contenders this season. Kompany admitted as much in his post-match press conference. We arrived here unbeaten and full of confidence, but Arsenal showed why they're among the favourites. We'll learn from this and come back stronger. On a raucous North London night, Arsenal announced themselves as a proper European force once more, while Bayern were given a sobering reminder that no unbeaten run lasts forever. Vincent Kompany: "I'd love a rematch with Arsenal," says Bayern boss after Emirates humbling. In a right proper twist under the Emirates lights on Wednesday night, Arsenal finally got one over Bayern Munich, running out 3-1 victors and handing Vincent Kompany's lot their first defeat of the 2025-26 season. Mikel Arteta's lads, who've had a proper rough ride against the Bavarians in days gone by, turned the tables with a blend of grit and guile that had the home crowd in full voice. The game kicked off in that familiar cagey fashion, both sides feeling each other out in the midfield engine room. But it was Arsenal who drew first blood in the 22nd minute, courtesy of a peach of a set-piece routine. Bukayo Saka floated in a delicious cross from the corner flag, and Jurrien Timber rose like a salmon to plant a header past a flailing Manuel Neuer. The German bench grumbled about a possible shove, but the ref waved it away, goal stood, and the Emirates started to stir. Bayern weren't about to roll over, mind. They hit back sharpish, just minutes later, with a move that had a touch of the old Teutonic efficiency about it. Joshua Kimmich pinged a beauty of a diagonal ball some 40 yards, Serge Gnabry laid it off with one touch, and up popped 17-year-old Lennart Karl to lash it home on his weaker foot. The away end erupted, and for a spell, it looked like Kompany'S lads might nick it on the counter. Arteta, ever the tactical fox, clearly had a word or two at the break. The Gunners came out for the second half like men possessed, pinning Bayern back and turning the screw with wave after wave of pressure. Mikel Merino nearly added to the tally with a looping header that kissed the bar, while Neuer pulled off a miracle save to deny a point-blank effort from Gabriel Mosquera. Arsenal's backline, though, was rock solid, not a sniff for Harry Kane after the restart. The breakthrough came in the 69th minute, born of a classic Bayern brain fade. Dayot Upamecano dithered on the ball like he'd forgotten his lines, Declan Rice pounced like a terrier, fed it to Eberechi, and the move culminated in Ricardo Calafiori whipping in a cross for Noni Madueke to thunder home a header from 6 yards out. It was Maduke's first in the Champions League colours. What a way to announce yourself on the big stage. No sooner had the cheers died down than Gabriel Martinelli put the seal on it, 5 minutes later. The Brazilian speed demon intercepted a loose pass in midfield, shrugged off a challenge, and then, cheeky as you like, chipped a sublime lob over Neuer, who'd wandered too far from his line. The ball kissed the net like a lover's farewell, and the Emirates turned into a cauldron of red and white joy. Arsenal's second-half dominance was total, Bayern exposed and overrun. Post-match, Kompany cut a frustrated figure on the touchline, but in his presser, the 39-year-old Belgian couldn't hide his admiration for the victors. "We played against a very good Arsenal team today, so well done to them," he began, ever the class act. "I think we started the game well enough, but then they had a bit of momentum with the set pieces. At half-time, I thought continuing that way would give us the win, and then, in the second half, we didn't come out at all. We sort of let ourselves down in comparison to what we are used to. I think we exposed ourselves a little bit easily to them. They've got quality as well, we've got to recognize that. They've got a very, very strong bench." What stood out was Kompany's genuine relish for the challenge, despite the sting of defeat. He even confessed a hankering for another go at Arteta's machine. "I'd love to play them again, as soon as possible. We'll have to wait a little bit and, hopefully, in the latter stages with a good amount of learning from this game." It's that hunger for growth that marks him out as one of the game's bright young things. No sour grapes, just straight-up respect for a side that's hit top gear. The Arsenal faithful, lapping up the win against a manager who once bossed City to glory, couldn't resist a bit of banter online. "He sounds bitter and hurt. You want to play us again?" one quipped, while another chimed in, "I'd love to play them again." "Yeah mate, course you would." Peter Schmeichel, watching from the gantry, reckoned Kompany was fuming on the way to the dressing room. "Oh my God! He was so angry. I've never seen him like that." But the Bayern gaffer turned that fire into fuel for the fire ahead. Bayern's unbeaten Bundesliga streak, 10 wins from 11, keeps them ticking over domestically, with the likes of Kane and new boy Michael Olise ready to right the wrongs. Next up, St. Pauli at home, then Union Berlin in the Pokal. For Arsenal, this scalp cements their credentials as continental heavyweights. Kompany's words linger like a promise of more fireworks down the line. In the knockouts, perhaps? One thing's for sure, North London nights don't come much sweeter than this. Thanks for watching Arsenal Time. If you enjoyed this content, don't forget to like, share, and leave a comment below. Continue following the Gunners' journey with us, and see you in the next video. Come on, you Gunners!